That is a very good question. It's one that whenever I have heard those kind of questions asked recently, it shows me that we're all thinking about our children. And it's always been very important for us to have open houses in the beginning of the school year, and ways that we can allow the parents to see their children's classroom, where the children will be every day, and everything from the cafeteria to recess places and what have you. And I think that has been very good for us. But we live in a different world now, and we've got to abide by the COVID standards that the state of Louisiana and the Louisiana Department of Education and the CDC and the Louisiana Department of Health tells us what to do and how to do. And we got some pretty rigid guidelines to go by, which would prevent any large assembly of people. Mm-hmm. So for us to have a open house and there be, lots of people at the open house, and it just cannot be according to governmental standards. So I think the statement that I assume no open house will be available at schools at this juncture, at this place right now where we are, that would have to be correct. I don't know what phase we're going to be in when school is supposed to start. We don't know what the governor is going to do after August the 7th. And by the way, we'll be in phase 2 until August the 7th, according to his declaration last week. I don't know what the future holds in that respect. We want people, parents and kids in the schools, and be familiar with everything. I really am highly concerned, and I want to say this in a very special way, with our pre-K and our kindergarten students. We are really studying very seriously what we can do to allow those babies and their parents an opportunity to meet their teacher, and for them to see what things are going to be like whenever their little one goes to school. I have a grandchild that'll be in kindergarten in a school that he has not been in attendance ever. And right now we have, I think, purported to the community that your children will ride the bus to the school, they'll open the doors, and bam, they're out there on their own. And we probably have mentioned, somebody who might have a pre-K child or kindergarten child will say, well, they just want me to turn my kids loose there in that parking lot in the bus dock, and I don't know what's going to happen to them. They're going to just kind of fade into the building and be lost and what have you. And I can assure the public that this is not going to be the case. So right now we are looking into how we can work together and provide a way that parents and whomever can see that child's teacher, meet with the teacher, and see where that child's going to be every day, know what's going to happen on August the 17th when they're going to be at school, and not just thrown out there not to know where to go. I talked to one principal today, and they have definitive plans as to where all the, we were talking about kindergarten, all the kindergarten would assemble once they got off the bus, and people being aware to give help and direction there. I know that's a concern. Mm-hmm. I have my personal children, and whenever they were younger, they would get plumb unnerved, so to speak, whenever I was not waiting at a certain place for them to see me in the afternoon. And I have witnessed as a teacher and a principal how frustrating and how sad it is for moms to leave their children, especially in kindergarten and pre-K, on that first day. And they shed a lot of tears, not just the kindergartners or the pre-Ks, but the moms and the dads. So I understand that. I really do understand it. And I just want the public to know that we'll do everything we can to make sure that parents and children that young have familiarity with their teachers before we get kicked off. That's an area I'm just going to call that to be arranged. Yes. And we will communicate with everybody in a formal way when we decide how we can handle that.
Okay.
I realize it's a concern.